Welcome to the Birthing Through Hypnosis Fear Release exercise. I encourage you to get into a comfortable position where you can close your eyes and really relax and melt into the bed, the couch, whatever soft place you make your nest, and listen to this fear release as many times as you need to during the course of your pregnancy in order to feel really clear about the decisions that you've made and surrender the rest of it to the birthing angels. And I've even had mamas listen to this in labor. So welcome. Please work with your fears and know that your vision is here for a reason. Your baby is helping you create it. So may you release your fears, learn and master the techniques so that you can have a beautiful, manageable birth experience.
As you listen to this audio track, you'll most likely enter a state of deep relaxation. Because of this, you should never listen to any of the Birthing Through Hypnosis audio tracks while operating a moving vehicle or while performing any task that requires your full attention. Fear release. Just allowing yourself to get comfortable in a position where you can completely release your body. And as you do that, just set your intention that you're going to work with the fears that you've carried during your pregnancy. Fears are a normal part of pregnancy. Many women experience fear about their health, their baby's health, their upcoming birthing experience. And our intention in working with fears is to allow you to learn what it is that those fears are here to teach you, and then allowing you to be able to release the fears that you no longer need to hold on to. So just setting that intention that at the end of this exercise, you'll feel a little bit lighter than you do right now. So as we start this exercise, just allow yourself to take a moment to run your hands over your legs or over the fabric of the couch or the chair, the bed that you're on. And as you do that, just notice what it feels like on the outside of your hands, what that fabric feels like. And then just allow yourself to make your hands still once again and feel the sensations of your hands on the inside. Feel the life energy in your hands. You may experience it as a tingling sensation. You may experience it as almost a movement of energy. However you experience it, you can recognize that sensation as your life energy, the energy that's going towards creating your baby, the energy that you're bringing to doing the exercise that we're focused on right now, the energy that your body uses to breathe, to love, to do all of the things that you do in your life. So just allow yourself, as you notice that life energy in your hands, to start to follow that life energy through the rest of your body, starting with your wrists and your arms. Just notice when you bring your attention to the different parts of the body that I mentioned, that you can feel your life energy more clearly than when you weren't paying attention. Bringing your attention to your shoulders, your neck, up to your head and face. Feeling that life energy in your scalp, your eyes, your lips, and allowing yourself to follow that energy into your chest, into your belly, into all of the organs in your chest and belly, and just feeling your baby in your belly, knowing that your baby shares your life energy at this time, and that he or she has their own life energy, their own sensations. And bringing your attention down to your hips and bottom, down your legs, past your knees and ankles, into your feet, to the very tips of your toes. And just notice that as you follow your life energy through your body, you no longer only feel your life energy in your hands or in your feet. You feel it through your body, all at the same time. So as you feel this abundant life energy, just allow yourself to give thanks to this energy that's helped you throughout your life, but that most currently is helping you to grow your baby. This same life energy that you'll harness to birth your baby. And our intention in this exercise is to free your life energy from having to hold on to any unnecessary fears, any fears that are no longer serving you. So just allowing yourself now to start to imagine all of the pregnant women who are pregnant with you at this time, all of your pregnant sisters around the world who are also on this journey towards birthing their babies. Just imagine that you're connected to each other in a big circle. You can imagine holding hands in a giant circle, whether that circle goes around the globe, whether that circle fits in one room, however you imagine it. And then just imagine that outside of that circle are all of the women who've already birthed their babies throughout time. It's a much bigger circle. Just imagine that that circle of wisdom is surrounding you. And that at the center of these two circles is a fire. Let yourself imagine in your mind's eye that you and your pregnant peers and all of the women who've birthed before, that you're all in darkness. The only light is the light of the fire burning at the center of the two circles. And that you're in the circle within the circle. That the fire is another circle. Just allow yourself to imagine as you're around this fire that the intention of all of these women is to help you to release your fears, and that all of your peers will be doing the same. So just imagine in this moment that a woman who's birthed before you hands you a book full of blank pages, that at first you wonder what these pages are for. But as you start to look, you start to see images of things that you've feared or that you currently fear during your pregnancy. Maybe they're images of births that you've been told of in the past. Maybe they're images of limitations that you see in yourself. Maybe it's things you've heard on the news or have been told by well-intentioned family or friends. Whatever it is that you see on these pages, just allow yourself to choose one of the images to start to work on. Choose a fear that feels strong to you, or that at least feels stronger than the rest. Just notice that as you look at that image, how much power it has over you. Maybe the colors are vivid. Maybe the picture depicts something scary. Notice how your body reacts to looking at that image. Maybe it tenses up, or feels sad, or angry, or hopeless. Just notice what your experience is of looking at this image. And then take a moment to look around the circle See all of your peers looking at their own books, looking at their own pages, experiencing their own fears, knowing that some of them are probably different than yours, and others are exactly the same. Recognizing that there's certain fears that are individual during our journey to birth our babies, and that there are other fears that are built into the process of birthing. One of the biggest fears that's built into the process of birthing is the fear of the unknown. Not knowing how long your labor will be, not knowing the outcome of your labor, not knowing how easy or hard it will be for you. Just recognizing that this unknown is a metaphor for parenting, that Mother Nature has made birthing an incredible unknown, just like parenting is an unknown. You don't know what kind of baby you'll get. You don't know what days will be easy or hard. Part of parenting is learning this surrender, and pregnancy is your introduction to that surrender. And just recognize that when you think of birthing your baby as a rite of passage into that journey of parenting, that it makes it a little bit less scary. It makes a little bit more sense. It makes you think that you've chosen this path towards parenthood for a reason, and that if this is part of the lesson, you'll take it. Just allow yourself to notice what there is to learn from the image on your paper. If the image on the paper is a picture of your caregiver, maybe it's there to tell you that you need to change caregivers. If the image on the paper is the setting that you're planning on birthing your baby, there's something about it that scares you. Maybe that fear is there to tell you that you need to change where you're planning to have your baby. If the image is of somebody who you've invited to be at your birth that you no longer want to be there, just allow yourself to recognize that. Give yourself permission in this moment to change that scenario, to make sure that nobody who makes you uncomfortable is invited to your birth. Whatever it is that's on that paper, just allow yourself to notice if there's an action that needs to be taken to address that fear. Does it feel like that fear is connected to not having practiced enough with your birth partner? The action might be to practice more, or the action might be to hire a doula, changing the main person who will be supporting you in labor. Just allowing yourself to really notice what's on these pages. And as you focus on the fear that's strongest to you, you might notice that as you think of the things that you need to do to address that fear, that the fear feels a little bit less intense. The picture may be a little bit less vivid. The emotion in your body may be a little bit less strong. Just notice that if there's an action that's required of you, that in this moment you commit to taking that action. You might even want to write it down in this moment so that you won't forget. Allow yourself to commit to taking that action so that you no longer have to carry around this fear. And if there's no action that's required, if this is a fear that's old, that you've already taken action from, just notice how much weaker it is than it used to be. And if this fear is a fear of the unknown, a fear that's built into the process of birthing, just recognize that. Recognize that that's a fear that's shared by all of your peers around this circle. And it's a fear that's been shared by all the women who've gone before you. Allow yourself in this moment to notice how quickly your mind can work. Notice how you can look at the page of the fear that's strongest and watch it start to fade till it fades so much that you move on to the next one. Allow that one to start to fade from the pages, fading from your body, fading from the grip that it has on you or has had on you. And as you go through this process of releasing the grip of these fears, releasing yourself from the grip of these fears, you can start to take the pages out of your book. Allow yourself to one by one rip those pages out of the book when it feels like you've addressed each fear. And take one now, crinkle it up in your hands. Notice how good it feels to pull it out of that book and crunch it into a ball. And then allow yourself to throw it on the fire. And as you throw it, you're committing to taking any action that's required of that fear, and you're committing to no longer let it have a grip on you. It no longer has any power over you. Just watch as that paper turns to smoke and ash, as it burns and crinkles and disappears. Just allow yourself to take another page and throw it on the fire, doing it over and over until you're either having a hard time of thinking of others that you might want to throw on the fire, or until the pages in your book are blank. The only pages left have nothing on them. Just allowing yourself to recognize that there's space in your body that wasn't there before. Space where these fears used to be. And recognizing that that space can be filled with something far more beautiful, far lighter. And as you think that, allow yourself to look down at one of the pages that was previously blank in your book and notice that on it you see a joy-filled picture. A picture of you, your birth partner, your life partner, and your baby, healthy, beautiful, on the day of your baby's birth. Just allow yourself to feel the joy of that image, the incredible relief in your body, both the relief at having the birthing be behind you, but the relief of seeing your baby healthy and beautiful, seeing yourself healthy and beautiful, recognizing that all of this is possible. All of this is what you're planning for. And as you recognize this picture, just allow yourself to feel the emotions that go with it. The joy, the happiness, the relief, the elation. And let yourself look at your baby. Look into your baby's eyes. Feel your baby's soft skin. Just notice where you are, who you're with. Look for the ingredients that created this beautiful time. And as you do that, know that you've filled the space that was previously inhabited by fear with joy. You've filled it with love. Just notice how your life energy can be used to love instead of to fear. Notice how much lighter your body feels. And knowing that you can return to this exercise anytime. If it feels like you uncover other fears that you weren't aware of the first time you walked through this exercise, you can do it again. Knowing that you can do it as many times as you need to do it until you feel light and joyful, until it feels like you're more deeply connected with love than with fear. Just allow yourself to take with you this image. You're not going to tear this one out of your book. You'll keep it close to your heart. It's yours to keep. And as you look around the circle, recognize all of your peers are holding their beautiful image as well. They all look different, but the commonality is love. That the love of your babies connects you to each other as mothers. And then just turn away from the campfire and look at the circle of women that have preceded you in this journey. And look at them with their babies. Their babies may be old, their babies may be young. Their babies may have been born long ago or recently. Just see that they have that same connection of love with their babies, that it doesn't go away. Recognize the connection that you have with all of them. The power of being in a female body. Recognizing that it is built to do what you're about to do. It's built to go on this journey. It's built to create your baby, to birth your baby, to nourish your baby, to love your baby, to hold your baby, no matter how old your baby is. They're just feeling bathed in love, supported by all of the women of the world. And knowing you can return to this image anytime. That you can proceed in your pregnancy with less fear and more deep connection to yourself and your baby. And allow yourself to take 2 big, deep breaths and ride those breaths back to the surface, back to the here and now, feeling wide awake, remembering everything. And you can come to alertness when you're ready.